really throughout the day, and of course follow any local impacts right here in Georgia and South Carolina throughout our newscasts and throughout our online coverage. We are past the top of the hour, so we're going to go ahead and roll right into our show here on WTOC Plus. We begin with this. 2 people were shot and killed on Hilton Head Island last night before the suspect died by suicide at his Bluffton home after an hours-long standoff with deputies. The Beaufort County Sheriff's Office received reports of gunshots on Lark Street on Hilton Head. That was just after 11:30 last night. When deputies arrived, they found 2 gunshot victims outside a home. A 50-year-old woman and a 62-year-old man were pronounced dead at the scene. Deputies learned the suspect fled in a vehicle using automated license plate reader cameras. Deputies were able to identify the car and later located it in a house, outside of a house off of Promenade Street in Bluffton. Deputies went into a standoff with the suspect, who's a 52-year-old man. After hours and the release of a woman who was in the home with him, deputies entered the house and found the body of the suspect with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Anyone with information about this incident is encouraged to contact the lead investigator, Sergeant Cushman, at 843-255-3722. And continuing coverage, community leaders held a vigil in memory of Dr. Linda Davis. She's the Savannah teacher who was killed in a crash Monday by a man fleeing ICE agents. People prayed for Dr. Davis, her family, and the immigrant community in Savannah yesterday evening. School leaders spoke about her impact she had as a special education teacher at Hess K-8 school in Savannah, as well as her impact outside of the classroom. Teachers at Hess told students about Dr. Davis's passing on Tuesday. Colleagues say she cared deeply for her students and was a one-of-a-kind teacher.
Her energy was amazing. She is a true advocate for children, and it was her desire to make each of them feel extremely special in her classroom.
An administrator who's been in constant contact with her family says they're grateful for the love and support they've received. No word yet on when funeral services will be held. Well, testimony will continue in the trial of Colin Gray. He's accused of giving his son Colt Gray the gun allegedly used in the deadly shooting at Appalachia High School in 2024. Yesterday, several school teachers took to the stand and prosecutors unveiled new evidence, including body cam footage of deputies rushing to Colin's home right after the shooting. Joe Gorcho with our sister station breaks it down.
Almost a minute after Barrow County deputies knock on Colin Gray's door in September of 2024, he steps outside, echoing his deepest fears that his son might be connected to a shooting at Appalachia High School.
God, I knew it when my little girl just texted me. She's in middle school. She said, we're in lockdown. I'm like, God almighty, please tell me, brother. Please tell me.
So why do you think that? Why would you think that?
We're trying to get him into counseling. He just didn't fit in last year at high school.
Prosecutors enter the 4th day of the trial with that revealing video, followed by witnesses exposing a troubling history of Colt Gray's home life and behavior. Between 4th and 8th grade, Colt switched schools multiple times, and multiple school administrators testified on Thursday about attendance issues, bullying, and concerns about his internet searches.
And was there a second search after the word abuse?
Yes, it was how to kill your dad.
School leaders also testified as well that it was very difficult to reach both Colt's father and mother.
I don't think so.
Jackson County deputies, though, did make contact with Colin Gray back in May of 2023, following an FBI tip about a Discord user threatening a school shooting, which led them to Gray.
He knows the seriousness of weapons and what they can do and how to use them and not use them. So it's kind of a little bit of a shock. So, in whatever y'all are telling him, please instill in him that if this is whatever or wherever this has come from, it's no joke.
Joe Gorcho, Atlanta News First.
In national news, we have new details this afternoon about services to honor Reverend Jesse Jackson. His family says he will lie in repose at the Rainbow Push Coalition headquarters in Chicago Thursday, February 26th and Friday the 27th. Formal services will follow, with events planned in South Carolina and Washington, D.C. from Sunday, March 1st through Wednesday the 4th. A public people's celebration will be held at the House of Hope in Chicago on March 6th, and then on March 7th, a private homegoing ceremony will take place. The civil rights icon died this week at the age of 84. And now to a cooking class that's getting people off the streets and into careers. It's a free 11-week program run by Open Hand Atlanta. That's a nonprofit. Madeline Montgomery has the story.
Haneke Gashard always dreamed of working in the food industry. He didn't always have a kitchen or food on the table.
I was homeless at 18.
He was living at Covenant House, a youth homeless shelter, when opportunity came knocking in the form of Chef Kira Scott.
She explained about what the program was about and how they were offering safe serve certifications and a job after, and teaching you the basics about culinary. And the key word for me was free.
Open Hand Atlanta's workforce development program lasts 11 weeks and teaches aspiring chefs and culinary professionals everything from new skills to restaurant management.
We want everyone to come here and gain the skills that it's going to have the ripple effect with changing their lives and getting them into not just a job, but into a career.
The nonprofit works with homeless shelters and advocacy groups to find apprentices like Gashard.
Teaching me skills for me to flourish and not only give me a job, but somewhere I love, and pushing me further towards stability. It just changed my whole outlook on, when people say a blessings come in disguise, and it came out of nowhere.
The workforce development program has an 85% in-industry employment rate. The average salary for graduates is over $18 an hour. Gashard was hired at Natalie Bianca, a new restaurant in Southwest Atlanta, 1 week after graduating.
It was pretty amazing. Chef Kira, she made sure she found a great environment for me. It wasn't just about getting me a job, it was finding a place where I would belong.
Corey Rucker is the restaurant's co-owner.
It doesn't even feel like charity. I feel like I won, by getting someone on my team that's so bright and is creative, comes in every day with, new ideas, fresh ideas, but also just a willingness to learn.
Learn and grow.
I want to open a restaurant convenience store, but not just for food, but I want to help rehabilitate homeless youth and give them job opportunities.
Serving to others through what Open Hand Atlanta has given to him.
Well, before we sign off here on WTOC Plus, wanted to give you a reminder that coming up in 15 minutes, you can stream this week's episode of Governing Georgia right here on WTOC Plus. It's the political show where every Friday at 2:30 we take you under the Gold Dome to break down the latest bills moving through the Georgia State House and explain what they mean for you, your family, and your community. You can watch it right here on WTOC Plus and the WTOC Facebook page coming up in 15 minutes at 2:30. I've actually went ahead, I just changed over the graphics because that always takes a few minutes, but all set. Just need to switch over our program. We are quite a ways into the 40-day legislative session now. I believe this is episode 6 of Governing Georgia. A handful of different stories we'll be talking about this week, including some gun safety proposals, as well as the fact that Georgia is now one step closer to eliminating its state income tax after it passed committee. So those are just some of the bills we'll be breaking down coming up at 2:30 right here on WTOC Plus. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and for the next 15 minutes or so, here's Local News Live.